Good evening and welcome to the Van Eupen Arena and to coverage of Vauxhall Motors' tie against West Didsbury and Chorlton, brought to you by Baltic Apprenticeships. The Motors have been away for a while, facing 3 tricky away games on the bounce with mixed results. A disappointing exit from the FA Cup at the hands of Whitchurch Outport was sandwiched by 2 impressive wins in the league. Jordan Deere inspired a brilliant second half comeback at Lower Breck, and the Motors kept their cool at the baking temperatures at Irlam FC. 3 wins from 3 leaves Vauxhall sitting nicely in 3rd position in the table, level on point with 2nd place AFC Liverpool, having played a game less. Here's what manager Mick McGraa made of his team's performance at Irlam.
Mick, that result, but particularly that performance, is the perfect way to bounce back after Saturday.
Yeah, obviously we were disappointed last week in the FA Cup going out, but there was obviously circumstances behind that. Full week of training, lads look fresh. I think it's the best we played. I thought we were dominant from where to go. They were a little bit of a handful. We got big lads up top and stuff, but I thought the way we maintained the ball, we were moving it wide. First half, yeah, should have went in 1 or 2-0 up, 0-0. Lads knew that we can be better in front of goal. We missed numerous chances, but then second half, another second half performance, top draw. They couldn't get near us. A few stand out for me today. Hayden Cooper was just heading. I mean, they were trying to rile him up, which works sometimes with Hayden, but he's dominated the game from start to finish. Jabba, goal and assist. I thought he was really good second half. And Lewis, he's up front an animal, isn't he?
3 and 3 now.
3 and 3. He's your focal point. He gives you something to hit. And I thought game management last 20 minutes. I thought we were brilliant. Could have been a lot more, but we'll take the 3 points and move on.
And on a day like today where it's so hot, the team looked really fit.
Yeah, obviously pre-season we've worked them hard. And I think in the 3 games, part obviously with Church we'll discount that, but I think the 3 games we played, we've looked fitter than our opposition. That's testament to Joey, Fauxy, really the lads who do the training. So we're looking in good shape.
It was 3-3 draw last time you came here. This team's come a long way since then.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of different players, isn't there? And we've had to rebuild it a little bit. We've had bringing new lads in, and it's an extra demand. I think we just look a better squad, and we've had to make 5 substitutes today. I mean, I'm not someone who wants to make 5 subs, but today in that heat, I think this is a benefit, that for today. But they've all played the part, and may it long continue.
And 3 wins out of 3, 2 away games in that as well. Perfect start.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think our away record's always been good when we've been here. I think the way we play, but more importantly, we've got 4 home games now in the league on the bounce, obviously in between the bars as well. So now we've got to sort of make a bit of a statement and try and win our home games and see where that puts us.
Back at home on Tuesday. Good luck, Mick. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
West Didsbury and Chorlton visit the Van Eupen Arena this evening, unbeaten so far this season. They face Barnolds of Town on Saturday in a high-scoring affair, winning 5-2. Dante Gabardon bagged himself a hat-trick, with Curtis Miller and Liam Delaney rounding out the scoring for West. In the absence of club captain Tom Mitchell, Ben Holmes has stepped up to skipper the side so far this season, and he spoke to us about his new role and the club's start to the season. Ben Holmes joins us. Ben, despite the FA Cup defeat, the team's made a really good start to the season, 3 wins from 3 in the league. What's the mood like amongst the team?
It's much better than it was last season. I don't think we won our first 5 or 6 games, so confidence is much higher now.
The performances in those 3 wins have all been different. You've been dominant against Kendal, had to come back against Lower Breck, and at Irlam you've managed the game really well in the heat. There's plenty of character in this team now. Yeah,
just working harder for each other. I think that's what it is. Less arguing. Well, especially on the pitch anyway, but yeah, it's all come together.
Lewis Buckley's got 3 and 3. There's goals coming from everywhere. It feels like this team's due to give another team a drubbing.
100%, yeah. I need to start mucking in myself, but for the lads to score, I'm not really bothered.
But you've made a really good start as well. What do you make of your own performances this season?
Yeah, not too bad. A bit deeper than last season, but I'll just play whatever Mick wants me to play, so it doesn't really bother me.
You've taken over as captain so far. How are you finding the responsibility, and has it changed the way you play slightly?
A little bit. I'm enjoying it, but obviously Mitchell's back today, so back to vice captain, so he's our main captain.
So no pressure on you anymore?
No, not so much.
So you're back home tonight against West Didsbury and Chorlton. What kind of game are you expecting?
Tough game. They came up last season. We played them in the cup, I think. Settled by a penalty by myself, but good side, so expecting it to be tough tonight.
Alright Ben.
Thanks for joining us. Good luck tonight.
No worries.
Before we see how Motors get on, let's hear the thoughts of my co-commentator for tonight's game, former Vauxhall defender, Kev Thompson. Kev, welcome back to the pre-match build-up show. How are you? How have you been?
Good, Patrick. Been enjoying the break over the summer. Finished me coaching with the kids and back in playing footy, so lots of free time. Yeah, enjoying the stuff.
Vauxhall have won 3 out of 3 so far in the league. What have you made of their start to the season?
I think one of probably the pleasing things for Mick will be obviously I can see the many goals, not just the points, but I think from what I've watched on the shows and what I've spoken to Mick about, a couple of the players, is they seem a lot fitter. You can see it out there just in the warm-up. They seem a lot fitter, a lot sharper, so concentration will be better, and I think that comes through, holding on to leads and actually extending it and scoring rather than conceding. So hopefully that remains the case tonight.
You referenced the conceded goals, the fact that this time last year the team were thumped 5-0 by Winshaw. Does that show how important it is to start the season well?
Yeah, the start of the season, certainly winning 3 and 3. It can also put pressure on you, but I think the lads have probably built a bit of confidence. The likes of Ben, Red Drummond, during the day job, they're experienced. They've got a couple of seasons now under the belt, and Mick's only strengthened that. Again, you can see from the squad, strengthening by bringing experienced players into this level. So that will show. But as long as you continue, when you get on a run, you feel you're not going to concede. It often turns out that way. So let's see tonight. Let's not run away with ourselves. But as time goes by, we get stronger and more confident. Yeah.
So when you joined me for commentary duties last season, you said you'd stake your mortgage on Ben Holmes scoring a penalty, which I think he did score in that game against Lowbreck in January. You still have the same confidence tonight?
Yeah, again, known Ben since he was young, so he's turned into a great player. He's now shown he's a great leader as well. He's learned from everything he's played with, not just including myself, but yeah, I'd always stated on his ability, not just on the penalties, on the free kicks. As you can see, he can play something anywhere. So yeah, more than confidence. Let's just hope it's not a penalty tonight. Do it just in normal play.
West Didsbury and Chorlton sit 5th in the table. What kind of game can we expect tonight?
To be honest, I don't know much about these. Again, playing in these leagues over time, never really came across them. I think they've obviously thumped teams last year from what I saw, and they've got promoted, so there'll be confidence as a promoted side. Obviously coming Manchester way, always a bit of a rivalry, a bit of a battle. Wearing pink though, aren't they? So let's hope they don't turn up. Got to be very confident to wear pink, but yeah, let's hope it's a good physical game.
So Kev will be joining me on commentary duties tonight for the game. Just before the game starts tonight, there will be a minute's silence in remembrance of former club secretary Ken Triggs, who sadly passed away this month. And Kev, you wanted to say a few words about Ken? Yeah, Ken was great for me in the years here at the club. Not only just as a secretary, as a friend. Ken and the family, so I love George. Just been speaking to George, growing up quite a lot. But a lovely family. A man who obviously loved his football, but more importantly, he was a great person. So sad times. Spoke to Ken at our last meet up here. And he was a bit unwell then. So sad news really. And obviously got his funeral. So this is our last. So with regards to him, rest in peace, Ken, mate. Great fella. Well said. Ken Triggs, who sadly died this month.
It's a lovely, sort of sunny Tuesday evening here at the Van Eupen Arena. Vauxhall Motors returning after 3 away games on the bounce. So far unbeaten this season, and they're wanting to continue that run. Despite the FA Cup defeat, they're going great guns in the league, and they'll want to keep that run going. For tonight's game, I am joined by a former guest on the pre-match build-up show and on commentary, Kev Thompson. Kev, welcome back. It's good to have you here.
Cheers, Patrick. It's good to be back. Always good to come back to the club. And my first game this year, to be honest. So looking forward to see a match with a few new faces. Great start as well. So yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks, Pat.
So when you were last here in the freezing cold Tuesday night in January, the Motors got a win that night, so no pressure on you. You're bringing the lucky charm.
No pressure felt, mate. Hey, listen, it's looking like the clouds are broken, so the rain isn't going to come. I thought those thunderstorms would just turn up again, but no. So hopefully in for a good evening. Good evening.
We'll quickly run through the teams. We'll start with the home side. In goal, number 1, James McLennan, looking for another clean sheet to his impressive start this season. Filling in at right back, number 2, Liam Turner. 3, Greg Drummond. 4, Marcus James. In a late change, making his first appearance of the season, club captain Tom Mitchell. Number 6, Hayden Cooper. 7, Michael Berkey. 8, Ben Holmes. 9, Lewis Buckley. 10, Jordan Deere. And 11, Sabu Smith. For the visitors, in goal, Andrew Jones. 2, and captain Matthew Cook. 3, Thomas Westall. 4, Liam Delaney. 5, Ben Hampson. 6, Marco Fields. 7, Curtis Miller. 8, Lee Gavin. 9, Joel Swift. 10, Samuel Sheridan. And 11, Dante Gabardon. Just before we start the minute silence, Kev, you have a few words about Ken?
Yeah, I think as I said before, you know, lovely bloke, lovely person, do anything for you. Good football man, you know, he knows football. But like I say, most importantly, lovely family man as well, you know, just been speaking with his wife and children downstairs. So hopefully a well observed minute silence, I'm sure it will be.
Buckley still got it. Comes out to Antoine. He goes for the shot. Blocked. He's still going, Antoine. He plays it to McDonald. Oh, he just passed the boot. Comes to Buckley. And he gets the shot away. He scores! Seemed like a bit of a weak effort.
That was a weak effort and a Stevie
Spilled by the goalkeeper.
Hey, when those lights come on, the goalies can't see.
He'll do his best.
When the lights come on, the goalies can't see, can they? It's good play, deserved. These have...
I thought we deserved that last 5 minutes play, that passage then, you know.
Yeah, I think Tom, that's off to Mick, you know, because the people he's took off and the changes he's made certainly have become
Antoine
effective.
and McDonald causing havoc down this left hand side.
Yeah, yeah.
Buckley.
Buckley.
Cross to Mostrop. He gets a shot away and he finishes it off.
Late finish.
Mostrop with the finish. Looked like he must have just run out of space, but he composed. Takes his time, he smashes it past the keeper to make sure for Vauxhall.
And I'm shouting to McDonald's to go to the corner, you know, see there, you know. Late finish.
And that just seals the win. Vauxhall, they'll go 4 for 4 in the league. And I think I might be right in saying, Kev, joint top of the league. Be with Avro, if Avro haven't played a game today. And the referee blows for the full-time whistle. Finishes Vauxhall Motors 2, West Didsbury and Chorlton 0. Kev, what did you make of that game and that second half in particular?
Yeah, it wasn't the most pretty, was it? To watch, but effective. I think West Didsbury started both halves probably was stronger, but certainly in the second half, Vauxhall nullified that a lot quicker than the first. Vauxhall probably finished the first half with only the last 10 minutes where he played to the level of capability, whereas the second half, I thought they were in complete control after the first 5 minutes. So whatever Mick had said at half time, you know, keep that sort of energy up, and the control we had at the end of the half certainly seemed to come through. And as I say, not the best game, quite a stalemate really. Both defences probably being on top, and I think some great substitutions and change in energy from Mick and the team. Deserved winner for man of the match, Lewis Buckley. So yeah, good to watch, and fabulous to have 100% record, and be up at the top of the table. Superb.
Well, thanks for joining us, Kev. You are now 2 for 2 on commentary duty, so please do come back whenever you like. Keep that streak going.
Long way to continue. Thanks for having me, Patrick.
So goals from Lewis Buckley and Sean Mosscrop in the second half make it 4 wins out of 4 in the league for Vauxhall Motors, and at the time of writing, as it were, joint top of the league. They face another home tie on Saturday against, with an unknown quantity, SC Isle of Man, so we'll look forward to that. Up the Motors. Okay, Mick, another win, another good performance from your team.
Yeah, probably the toughest game we've had out of the 4. Very, very good team, Didsbury. They moved the ball very well. They pressed us for the first half an hour. Didn't really give us a minute, and vice versa. We did the same to them. It was a bit of a pressing game, but I thought after 35 minutes, I thought we took over. I think they tired a little bit, and then second half, I just think we were dominant. I mean, they had flashes, and you know, because they've got some. I mean, the 2 wide men for them are really good. But I thought once we made the changes, you know, we brought Bobby on and Franny on, who made a big difference. We then dominated them, and we looked really good, and we scored 2 really good goals. I mean, obviously Lewis is 4 out of 4. He's flying, isn't he?
4 and 4 for Lewis Buckley, but he's working tirelessly. He's probably putting a shift in.
Yeah. Obviously that's what we brought him in for. He's a leader, and he's really, really strong, and he's aggressive. But you know, a shout out for me today and the last couple of weeks is the back 4. The back 4, you can see the 1 in 4 games, 3rd clean sheet. I just think the lads. I mean, we've had an injury before the game, the side going down. And, you know, Tom Mitch hasn't been in the team all season, and he's come in today and he's done really, really well. So, you know, really positive.
I feel like we're saying the same things after every game, that the fitness is just...
Yeah, we really look sharp, didn't we, second half. I mean, it does help when you can make more than 3 subs, but overall the lads look sharp, and we'll keep working them hard, and back to training Thursday. We've got a tough one Saturday.
And just finally, what pleases you more, the 2 goals or conceding very few clear-cut chances?
I think we'll always score, so you know, I'm not. You go to every game thinking we are going to score, but the clean sheets mean more to me, to be honest. I mean, we leaked a lot of goals last season, and you know, we've brought in not many defenders, but I think the mentality's changed and the lads are fighting for the place, so you know, it bodes well for the season.
All right, Mick, well done tonight.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us.